the lesson we learned from Tom jumping from building to building is there are no small stunts. Each and every stunt has its own level of danger.
That was supposed to be the easy day.
That
was our easy day, just sprinting all day, and me just jumping from building to building.
That was the simplest stunt of the movie, and one little thing goes wrong, and it changes the course of the film. When Tom is doing that spiral in the helicopter, he had been rehearsing that move for quite some time. I never worry about Tom when Tom is the only variable. If Tom is on a motorcycle, if Tom is driving a car, if he's flying an aircraft, I know what a professional he is, I know how focused he is. It's when you start to introduce other variables, other drivers, other cars, other obstacles, weather. Those are the things that concern me most. I will say when he was doing that spiral, the two things made it more complicated. One, from where I was, I could not see how far Tom was from the cliff face or from the ground. So no matter how much he was assuring me it was okay, it never looked like he was okay.
And I had to be very close to that cliff face when I was doing it.
Yeah, you were very close. And I could never tell if he was a few feet away, a few inches away, and so each spiral looked like he was going to crash. And we just had to hold our breath and wait until Tom finished the maneuver. That's the one scary thing. The other scary thing about the helicopter chase is I had to be there. I'm used to being on the ground in another room, with a cup of tea and watching the monitor. And Tom is the one risking his life. I'm never the person actually up there having to follow him around and do that. And this was one sequence where everywhere Tom was, I had to be there, and also Henry had to be there.
Guys, you should see Henry. Also, these guys are in different helicopters, but Henry is in that helicopter in New Zealand, and you see the shots where his hair he's going 0G. That's all real footage. That is not shot anymore. That is totally live. It was freezing in there.
Very cool.
And he's firing that machine gun, almost getting thrown out of the helicopter. I remember the first time you looked outside the helicopter to see when you're firing the gun, and you're like, oh my gosh. I could literally see, I was so close to his tail rotor, I could see your face, and you kind of went, oh, like we're so close. That took a lot of courage to be there.
I had no idea that Tom was that close. I mean, the first time I stuck my head out, I was like, okay, I know he's somewhere nearby, right? And it's going to be some trick of cameras, he's going to seem closer. I could see the whites of his eyes. I could see his full expression. And he made eye contact. We made eye contact.
Yes, we made eye contact.
We locked eyes.
I was thinking in my mind, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
and then, what scared me the most was when he smiled. He clearly knew he had a brief moment where he could get away with one smile. He smiled at me as I saw him closing on my helicopter, and I thought, you may have made a terrible mistake signing up this movie.
What am I doing? That was amazing though, that every morning McHugh and I would go in and we'd see you in the heater and in between takes. It was so freezing, and I just have to say, it is a team effort making these movies. You cannot make these films without the contribution of everyone. I cannot stress that enough. And these guys, their dedication in every way, every day I couldn't wait to get to set to see them. It was, it's so much fun. It's what I love most about movies. Something that's very, very extreme. People who are at the top of their game, professionals pushing, and all thinking of that for an audience. And every single day, Simon and Henry, McHugh, we just had, it's very intense, but we just had a lot of fun working with each other. And I always knew they had my back when we were working. No matter what, Henry was there in New Zealand, and every day he was getting in that helicopter and we were going. It was aerial sequences are incredibly difficult to do, and this sequence was very ambitious. And same with Simon and McHugh. Every day they know I have their back, and it's a real privilege.